EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Coming up, it's the final game of Wildcard Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Get it! Hawk 70, Hawk 70! 70 Timberwolves! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles!
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Genty. And some room to work. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Now a toss left side, Genty. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 48 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
On the ground, it's Tucker. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Here's Milton. Throw left side complete. That's Bowers. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, 29 yards. And the Raiders will strike first here in this wild card matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders 7, Bengals nothing.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
18-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Here we go, here we go. 11, mighty. 11.
In motion goes the tight end.
11.
Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I'm one, ready? Gun.
The chart goes in motion left. First carry now for Pierre Strong. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6.
11. 12.
Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now Burrow changing things up here. They'll look to throw here on first down. This will be caught by Brown. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 3.
11 MT, tight. Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Here we go, here we go. White 80. White shot. 11, Thomas. Shot.
Burrow now off the bootleg. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second and 10.
11, Thomas. Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. You got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
11, mighty. Here we go, here we go.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Gun.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leo Chanel. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground with Genty. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. They're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Milton now to throw. Got his man, it's Thornton. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
3 yards. And the Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A run out of the gun with Genty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
Milton. That one complete to Trey Tucker. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll try to run for it with Genty. But he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
In motion left is Higgins. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Come on, ready? Here we go. 180. Running cut.
Now Burrow changing the look. On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Gun. Stop.
Now Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving them a little bit, out back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10.
12. 180. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow will throw. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Burrow going to keep it himself. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center. The guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. This time Burrow will look to throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Second down and 3.
Here we go.
Chase, the motion man right. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This one swung outside to Strong. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Stop. 180. 180. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Gun.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Throwing is Milton. Now he'll tuck this and run. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Come on, come on. Hey. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Liking 18. Go.
On 1st down, it's Genty. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about. Strong loses it on the hit, and the Raiders pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play of this third quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there prying the ball free. And now the guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms.
Pass right side caught by Thornton. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Go!
A run straight ahead with Genty. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out 1st downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Michael Mayer taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they've lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Burrow looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A good balanced attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive guy,
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Okay,
This
ready?
is 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Set. Go.
They'll go again with Genty. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Ready.
To throw, it's Milton. He'll try and do this himself. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Gun.
The chart goes in motion left. From the 25 on 2nd down. Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11, Thomas. Right, 80.
They will toss to Brown. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They're down here in the 3rd quarter, trying to get something going. Going to the outside there didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
Connecting here with Chark on the out route. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hot. 180. That's hot.
They'll look to throw. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there for the offense. They're hoping that that's something they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
On 1, ready? Here we go. 180.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
Here we go. Can.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Again, it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter, as the kick is away here. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. 82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Back all 80. Hawk 70.
Here's Milton now to throw. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. A give out of the gun to Genty. And a lane slow materializing there as they get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
70 Lions.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
50 Bobcat. Let's go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
To throw is Milton. He'll drop this underneath for Genty. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the 46-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
On the give, Genty.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock. I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
This ain't what you want. Project, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Ready? Pat to 60. Pat, go.
Open man is Tucker. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here now, 3rd down. Here's a toss to Genty, headed right. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line.
you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to advance to the divisional round. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
Here's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
On the give, Gianti. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Ready?
Once again, it's Genty. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Cougar 19.
Now Milton. Pass taken in by his big tight end. That one goes for 8 yards. Well, a good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
65 cat.
Here's Milton. The 20. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win them the game anymore with the rule changes and overtime of the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure is now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, CD, in the regular season, they would already be celebrating. Not so simple here in the playoffs. Now they also need to make a defensive stand if they want to pick up the victory.
Yeah, and I'm sure the team would be in favor of just taking the win right now, but in a small way, those defenders are also kind of happy for the rule change because now, on the big stage of postseason, they're the ones who can come out here and lock down the victory.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now time to see what Burrow can do here at OT. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now it's Burrow. Past the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Well, what a game this has turned out to be here. Second possession of overtime. Obviously, Charles, they need the touchdown. And now looking pretty good here in the red zone.
And in addition, they face a very important decision if they do reach the end zone. Kick the extra point, take the tie, and send this game to sudden death. Or go for 2 and let it come down to one last 2-point try.
This is where the new rule comes into effect. In past years, this game's over. They've got a chance, though, to match touchdowns now. It's first down. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Trying to keep their season alive. Down 7 in overtime. And they'll, of course, need to score before time runs out in the period as they work on second down. Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
Here we go.
The Bengals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Burrow. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Charles, what a ball game we were treated to, and in the postseason, no less, with all the drama. This may be the best finish you and I have seen in quite some time.
I would agree with that, and let's face it, there was no doubt in their minds that they were going to go for it all, and they came out successful. Congratulations to each and every one of them on a truly memorable victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say goodnight from Las Vegas.